Oh, who is there? We have 2 people watching. 3 people watching. Lovely. Let me know that you can see and hear me okay, etc. in the chat. That would be great. Oh, 1 second. My laptop is now talking. Shush. Let me turn the volume down. Lovely. I'm a bit early, so let's wait for people to join. If you are here, where are you from? What are you up to today? Hi, Ken. Patreon, you're the first Patreon on today. Awesome. How's it going in Mexico City? I'm missing it a little bit, to be honest. Although not massively. And Laura's here too. Is this a Patreon live stream? What's going on? Just say no to Condessa. That cracked me up, by the way. Oh, God. Right. Okay, people are joining. Beautiful. So, why am I doing this today? So, I was meant to be in Real de Catorce today. As you can see, I'm not. Because I woke up this morning and I was exhausted. And I thought, screw this. I'm only going to go there when I'm fully 100% active. So, that's happening now on Tuesday. So I'm having a rest day today, so I thought I might as well do a live stream with a bad ponytail. My hair's growing, but in this weather, you need it. Awesome. So Ken, you're in the Netherlands. Awesome. Whereabouts? I have friends in Rotterdam. Actually, an ex in Rotterdam. Not really a friend. Back in Mexico City in late March. Where will I be in late March? I'll be in Acapulco then. Beautiful. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so today is a lazy day, but I thought I would just jump on here. There is a poll. So there should be a poll in the top right or left of the screen. I don't know, like a white exclamation mark thing. It is for viewers to vote where I go coming up in order of favoritism, if you know what I mean. Oh, lots of people are joining now. There's always a bit of a delay. What's going on? And sections on there. Sonora, Durango. Where else is there? Veracruz. I want to go to Veracruz because I just love saying it. Where's the other one? Let me think. I've completely forgotten. Chiapas and Baja California. That's it. Obviously, things will depend on money. And this doesn't include places that are already planned, such as Querétaro, you know, the place beginning with Q that I can't pronounce. Oh, my mum's here. Hello. Hello, mum. Everyone say hello to my mum. Van der Barkham. That is my mum. And also Acapulco is happening the end of March. So that doesn't include that. And also Monterrey will also be happening. Everyone's saying hello to mum. Wonderful. So yeah, vote. I don't know how I can check the bloody results. Let me see. Oh, and don't panic. I can do it. Let me see. Okay, but I think I have to vote as well. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, vote and I will check afterwards and I'll let you know on Instagram if I can't figure it out. Wonderful. So yeah, vote for where I'm going. Yes, I'm going to Acapulco end of March for my birthday and also 10,000 subscriber celebration. It hasn't happened yet, but it hopefully will do in the next couple of weeks. Right. Okay, so Ken, you're in Delft. Okay, I've never heard of that. 15 minutes away from Rotterdam. Okay, wonderful. 1,000 subscribers without videos _Eva. Baja California. Okay. Where should I go in Baja California? Because obviously it's a big area. I don't really want to go to somewhere like where down the bottom. There's La Paz and the place beginning with C. What's it called? Cabo. I say it with an American thing, but I don't really want to go to tourist areas. But let me know. That would be cool. Martha, hello Martha. How you doing? I've already said hello to my mum. Thanks for the tour around Mexico, Jean. You're welcome. So how do I say your name? Is it Amada? Yes. So I will be doing a mole poblano cooking class with Amada in Cuyoacan when I get back to Mexico City. So that is something to look forward to. Gus, hello Gus. Everyone's saying hello to my mum. Amazing. Eads Films, can you sub to PewDiePie? Why? I'm confused. Myrna, how's it going? Martha, we've said, yeah, lovely, lovely, cool, cool. Okay, so that's the first thing about the poll. I can't see if people are voting. So yeah, Sonora, Durango, Baja California, Veracruz, and Chiapas. That will be so from April, May, June, the 3 months I have left. I need to go to all those 5 places. But let me know which order you want me to go to them in. That would be cool. PewDiePie, because he's getting bullied by the entire Indian nation. Is this to do with T-Series, the fight between the two of them? Yeah, I don't really care, if I'm honest. Right, the second thing was about subtitles, I wanted to say. So a lot of people are mentioning about Spanish subtitles being inaccurate. Yes, they will be, because I don't speak Spanish. So I don't write them myself. I basically correct the English ones to get them accurate, but then I just press a translate button to get them to Spanish. So they're not going to be perfect, but that's life. There is an option where viewers can submit their own subtitles themselves, but who has time to do that? Yeah, so that's subtitles. Lovely. The next thing I was going to say was about Huasteca Potosina. You know the place, Huasteca Potosina. Okay, so who has been to there? Let me know in the comments. Because I've done a bit of research. So Tamul waterfall, and there's another waterfall to the north. The place beginning with X, with the garden thing, which I'm going to. Yeah, but what other places should I go to? Keeping in mind that I have like 5 days available. That's the one, Ken. How do I say it? Zilitla? I can never do the X. The H is silent. In what? I'm lost. Tamul waterfall, that is a definite, absolute 100,000,000% gonna happen. Zilitla. Thank you, Laura. As always, Laura is the oh, okay. Oh, now Ken says with a H. Oh my god. Okay, Puente de Dios. That is that a waterfall, right? I've read about that. Oh, okay. Of course. It's silent so it's Huasteca rather than yes. Gotcha. Yes. Okay, so I literally have 5 days to do these things. So when I go to Tamul waterfall, are there any particular tours that I should do? Because I understand that it's more expensive if you do it by yourself. And so we wanted to like join a tour so it's cheaper. And I understand you have to paddle down the river, which I can do. But obviously filming would be difficult. So the GoPro will be making a comeback because I now have a micro SD card thanks to my Airbnb host in the last place. So that'll be on my head. So there will be lots of, underwater shots and that sort of stuff. So that is planned. What is Puente de Dios? Let me Google while I'm at it. Yes, and while I'm doing that, those 5 places that I mentioned in the poll, please give me information about them. What is any of them a total waste of time going to? I really want to go up the north, because not many YouTube people seem to go up the north of Mexico for some reason. Or is there anywhere else in the north of Mexico I should go to? Wonderful. Let me know. Okay, Puente de Dios. Yes, all these places are in Huasteca Potosina. Awesome. So I'm basing myself in Ciudad Valles, mainly because it seems that a lot of tours seem to go from there. Someone did recommend, I think it was Jaime, I don't think Jaime is on here, that I should stay somewhere further to the south, but it's just too far away, I think. Yeah, the Edward James Garden in Gilitla, whatever, Gilitla, I don't know how to say it. is on the list. Okay. Puente de Dios. I remember that, so I'm going to put that on my list. So we have Puente de Dios, Tamul Waterfall, whatever it's called, beginning with X. So that's really 3 things. Okay. Which realistically, I think will be the limit that I could probably do. Okay. George, it's Shilitla. So I've now got Shilitla, Gilitla, and Hilitla. Okay. I don't know. I'll just call it the place beginning with X. Okay. Martha, El Sotano de las Golondrinas. I've read about that as well. What is that, Martha? Everyone's arguing about what this place is called. What's it called again? El something. El Sotano de los whatever. Golondrinas. Okay. I'm just Googling on a live stream. Oh, there we go. De las Golondrinas. Boom. Oh, it's a cave. Okay, it's a cave. Beautiful. Also called the Cave of the Swallows, is an open air pit in the... Okay. Cave equals darkness, so filming could be a problem. I need to get a torch, especially if I'm going to be going down any mines and caves and things. Yes. Okay, that's another one. It's the deepest natural cave. Awesome. I swear I've been to the deepest natural cave. Oh, no, that wasn't... That was the Blue Hole in Belize. Okay, awesome. So the list is growing, which I need to do some more planning on. So I will be there in Ciudad Valles now from it was originally meant to be the 21st, but it's now going to be the 23rd, I think, because I'm staying here for 2 more days. So those videos are coming. It makes me laugh when I read comments when I specifically say in videos that I'm going to certain places, yet people still put it in the comments as if I didn't know about these places. It makes me laugh. Yes, thank you, Bernardo. I will be going to James. Laura Durango, not much in there, but you might surprise us. Well, Cedral, there's not much here. Literally chicken, tacos, and lots of dust and cactuses. Cacti. Yeah, but is there anywhere else up north, like Chihuahua? Because someone else told me once that there was nothing in Chihuahua. Maybe that's why people don't go there. Who knows? Gus, you're great. You are a new Mexican. You are a new Mexican. Yes, I am Mexican now. For another 4 months before I leave. But will I come back? Who knows? Okay, Zilitla is the original Lord of the Rings elves city. Oh, okay. And where was it? I'm thinking of Real de Catorce. There were a lot of movies that were filmed there or something. Something with Brad Pitt. So yeah, Real de Catorce is Tuesday. I'm going to try and go to the ghost town as well. Because I've read somewhere that it takes 3 hours hike, but then someone else told me it's just up a hill and it takes 5 minutes. So please clarify that. It's probably the 3-hour one, no, my luck. Jose Escobar. Hi, David. My wife was born in Huasteca Potosina. Enjoy your stay and keep up all your wonderful work that you're doing. No matter where you are, I will always watch your videos. Oh, that's the nicest thing someone's ever said. Thanks, Jose, and wife. Yeah, because that's one thing I'm always worried about. When I leave Mexico, everyone's just going to stop watching and I'll have to start all over again in another country. That's one reason why I think a lot of people stay. Well, actually, it's a good thing because you can really explore a country, but it's that whole thing about building audience again. Okay, Carlos, I want to throw a snowball at you because you're in a hot place. Yes, it actually isn't that. It doesn't feel that hot. Yeah, I looked at the temperature yesterday and it was 33 degrees. Yeah, sun. Oh, better lighting. Open the curtains. 1 second. Oh, that's better. Could have done that from the beginning. Genius. Look outside, everyone. I don't know if you can see. Clear blue skies. That is Cedral. Wonderful. Yeah, much better. Much better, Carlos. You can see me now on my awful hair. 1 second. Yeah, I didn't straighten it today or anything. I need a haircut. That'll do. Okay. Gio. Hi, Gio. Gio Garcia. How's it going? Anyone on here from San Luis Potosi? Because I've noticed there's been a lot of people in comments. I'm from San Luis Potosi. Lots of new subscribers, which is good. And you're in Las Vegas, Sin City. I'm assuming that is the Sin City you mean, Gio. Awesome. Chihuahua and Sonora have great places. Problem is that they are not close to one another. Yes. I think it might have to be a case that I might have to do a bit of a San Luis Potosi month. But time is of the essence. We'll see what happens. The main reason I want to go to northern Mexico is food related. Just because everyone tells me, oh, burritos from up there. Oh, God, the hair. And food that I would normally class as Tex-Mex, but is actually Mexican. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll be doing some more research when I go back to Mexico City, I think. But I will take your poll choices as a guide. Yes. Martha, I love your videos. Thank you, Martha. Yes. I must admit, they're a lot easier to do now because the editing software has updated at the beginning of the year. And there's some bad things with it, but it's much quicker. And also because I'm using Epidemic Sound for music now. I don't know if you've heard of Epidemic Sound. Basically, you pay $10 a month subscription, and there's so much music on there that's copyright free. And it's so easy. So like with the one yesterday, I just searched desert and got lots of desert themed music up. It's so much easier than trawling through YouTube. Okay. Baja California is also great. The problem is you need a car to get to the nicest places. Oh, well, that shouldn't be a problem because I now have a driving license and an international driving license. And as I think I mentioned in the car show video, I really miss driving. So I would love to do a bit of a road trip. That could be a good idea. Thanks, Ken. I'm thinking Baja California road trip could be legendary for getting close to the summer, you know. Okay, I've just seen a comment and I'm going to come back to it in a second. So, Gio, yes, I thought DF is your home. It is kind of, at least for the first 6 months of this year. So is everyone clear what's happening? So I will be in Mexico City until beginning of July. I've got somewhere to stay in Navarte from the beginning of March, all paid for, job done. And during that 4 months, I will be doing trips like every month. So I want to do like a week trip somewhere during a month and then maybe a weekend away somewhere as well during every month. So that's where these options are coming in. So March, how do I say it? Querétaro? People say it differently. But I want to go there because I was planning on doing that on this month, but I haven't got enough time. So that's delayed slightly to mid-March. And then I will be going to Acapulco at the end of March, which I know a lot of people say, don't go there, it's dangerous. But Dangerous David, Tepito, Ecatepec, Doc Torres, Acapulco. They'll make for good videos, I think. Yeah, then David, it is David, isn't it? I always forget. Another Patreon is on. I love the new music. Awesome. Okay, George. Stress in RE. Okay. Right, I will practice it. I won't do it now. Yeah, and so Mexico until July. I'm then going to El Salvador. May or may not be. I've had to pay for a onward flight to get out of Mexico. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been let in. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I would like to go back to Europe. I would like to go back to Asia. I would like to go to Western Africa. Start off in Morocco, going down to Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, which would be horrendous because there's a lot of drug problems there, and Togo and Benin. But some of those I don't need a visa for. Some of them I do. Flights are obviously ridiculously expensive in everywhere in Africa. So it might just be Morocco, realistically, because there's a huge YouTube audience in Morocco. So I would love to do that. But yeah, I'm not sure. But knowing me, I'll probably leave and then come back to Mexico in about a week, as I did last year. Canada as well. I want to go back to Canada. I'd love to go back to Montreal because I loved Montreal. It's close up there with Mexico City in terms of how much I love that city. Mexico City, Tokyo, Montreal, probably my 3 biggest cities at the minute. Okay, let's get back to the chat. Yeah, so Georges, the comment I said about that made me laugh. Have you tried prickly pears in San Luis Potosi? Do you mean actual pears, or do you mean like the what's it called? There's the drug, peyote or something. And someone mentioned it the other day, and I googled it, and it made me laugh. Like hallucinogenic. I can't say that word. Hallucinogenic, whatever. You know what I mean. Cactuses. Yeah, the fruit from the cactus. Becca, I was right, kind of. But does it cause me to, you know, be off my face, you know, like LSD or something? Who knows? Because if I hadn't read about that, I would probably have eaten them. Okay, one moment. You can use for your videos Halpango, which is, I don't say that, which is the music of, yeah, I think you mentioned that before, but probably it would be copyrighted. So I can't use it. So I can't monetize videos, can't make any money, can't continue traveling. So I can't use music like that. I did used to use copyrighted music, like way back in the beginning. My bingo wings. I need to build some muscle. But now I always use I can't speak. Epidemic sound. Ken, okay, that's a great idea. I did a road trip from Tijuana to La Paz. Yeah, so that does seem quite long, but it's a brilliant idea, Ken. And this is the purpose of these live streams, to come up with these fantastic ideas. That is something that I'm absolutely, what's the word? It's one of the, I'm meant to be an English teacher. I can't think of vocabulary, but it's something that I'm extremely excited about. Something that I really like to do. Imagine that I could put the camera on the dashboard of the car driving through Baja California. That would be awesome. Okay. David Danger, hilarious. Everyone's talking about peyote now. Apparently it's illegal. Someone told me it was illegal to eat. I don't know if that's the case. Traveling Hobbit, hello Traveling Hobbit, how's it going? You're in the UK, right? Traveling Hobbit. I'm all good, thank you. Awesome. Carlos, I think your non-English speaking subscribers can relate to your English pretty good. This is awesome. You are helping them learn. That's an interesting point. Yeah, so do non-native English speakers, do you use my videos for English listening practice? Because that actually is an aim, because I combine it with my English lessons on italki. And a lot of my English students do watch my videos to help with their listening, because, you know, when I do English lessons, I will speak like this. I will speak a bit slower and slightly more like the Queen, but, you know, normally I speak like this, very quick, and, you know, it's more natural. Brilliant. I only have one student in Mexico, and he actually lives in San Luis Potosi. Gabrielle, he's not here, but hello, Gabrielle, if you do watch this. Sorry, Gabrielle is the female pronunciation. Gabrielle? I don't know. Okay. So the fruit from the cactus. Everyone's talking about the fruit from the cactus. Right, let me just scroll down. Is it illegal? The fruit from the cactus, they are sweet and delicious, but not hallucinogens. I said it, yes. You could find peyote in all the road to Real de Catorce. It grows in that place. Okay. We'll see what happens. Amarra, a very good point. Go to New Zealand. That would be awesome. So I have been to New Zealand for 3 months. It was 14 years ago. I lived, I guess you could say I lived in a van with 2 friends of mine for 3 months. We went from Auckland. We actually went further north than Auckland. We went all over the North Island. Loved Rotorua. Down to the South Island to like Franz Josef. We went right down to Invercargill, up to Christchurch, and that's where we sold the van. That was probably one of my best trips ever. Back in the day, where you just had a rough guidebook, and you know, yeah, the internet was there, but you know, there was no Facebook, there was nothing. Old school, you know. Indeed. Have you been to New Zealand? Who's been to New Zealand on here? Or where would you like to see me go, other than Mexico? What could be next? That'll be interesting. So yeah, Asia, Europe, Africa, back to Australia. I don't really want to go back to Australia. Australia, mate. Awesome. Becca, must have been 3 male friends. Women in such close quarters would have killed each other. So that's interesting because it was 2 women, me and 2 women. I went to school with them years ago. We went my first trip ever it was like almost 20 years ago now. Thailand, Australia, East Coast, typical backpacker route, and Singapore was with them. And then 4 years later, we then decided to go. Well, I actually joined them. They were already on a trip, and I joined them in LA, and we flew to New Zealand. That's when I was in Death Valley. I mentioned Death Valley, I think, on Instagram. That's where the place we were staying burnt down, and the only room left was our room. Funny story. Yes. So, and actually, we did almost kill each other. 3 months together. Amsterdam, never been to Amsterdam, which is weird considering it's so close to where I'm from. Yeah, you never know. I really would like to go back to Europe. I know I've been saying this for the last 900 years, but especially Eastern Europe, now that I'm possibly Baltic, and 16% Eastern European. So it would be good to explore my heritage. Yes. Rigoberto, what about Brazil? Okay, that's an interesting question. Because I've been to Brazil twice. However, the first time was at the end of a 6-week trip around South America, which was 10 years ago, before YouTube. But I was only in Sao Paulo and Rio, and then I went back to Rio 3 years after that for my 30th birthday for Carnival. It is a possibility because a lot of my English students are in Sao Paulo, and from talking to them, the whole Brazil thing is, you know, we've become more prominent in my brain. However, they do tell me that Rio is significantly less safer than it used to be. I would like to go maybe northern Brazil, northeast, you know, yeah. But the thing with Brazil is that flights to Brazil are just so expensive, and I would need to save some money up. But we'll see. It is another possibility. But I've been in this part of the world for so long, you know, North America, South America, Central America. It'd be good to have something completely different. I've heard that the Caucasus, what is that word? I can't say it. What countries are they? I have no idea what you mean, Ken. Jaime, that is Jaime that I mentioned earlier. I can't remember why I mentioned Jaime, but about somewhere to stay in Huasteca Potosina. Those countries. Okay, so Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan has. I was going to go there about 2 years ago, but I had a problem applying for the visa. Basically, my photo that you have to attach online, it said it was too big, and I couldn't get it small enough, so I just gave up. So, however, there is a thing I read about. If you go to Azerbaijan or Armenia or vice versa, it can be difficult to get into the other country because of the history between them. Jaime, sorry, back to Jaime. Do you mean the Silk Road route before the Chinese build the speed train? Interesting. China, oh God, China is a palaver. You might know my history with China being not allowed into the country once. I've been to Central Asia, so Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. I was only in Kazakhstan for like 2 days. Absolutely loved Kyrgyzstan. I would go back there. It was actually where I am now, Cedral. It very much reminds me of places in Kyrgyzstan because it's quite deserted and there's not a lot of people around. And Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan are so inexpensive and so affordable, so I could easily live there. But they are kind of areas that haven't really got a lot in terms of YouTube, if you know what I mean. Okay, that's something else to think about. But it's just getting there from Mexico, I need to not eat for a while if I want to get a flight back to Asia. It's not that bad, really. George, which countries you wouldn't visit? My God, that's a good question. I don't know. Ireland, purely because I don't like Irish people. Sorry to anyone Irish. I grew up with a lot of people with Irish background apparently, but they don't really have Irish background and they just do it so they can get drunk on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, that's a bit of a joke. Where wouldn't I go? I think probably just maybe some countries in like Central Africa that might be dangerous, and like Uganda, places like that. Obviously places like Syria and things, but and it's probably less about the country itself, but it's more about the ease of getting into that country. So even though I have a UK passport, it's surprisingly difficult to get into a lot of countries because people often think that a UK passport is a powerful passport, and yeah, it is compared to a lot of passports in the world. But Russia, for example, is an absolute nightmare to get into because you have to apply for the visa in the UK, and it can take up to like 5 weeks to get it, and I'm not going to sit around in London waiting for my Russian visa. Countries like Iran, I believe, is difficult to get into. I think it's a bit like, it's not like North Korea, but there's, I think you can only go there if you have like an organised tour. So it's more about the ease of getting into them because and countries like Benin and Togo in Western Africa. I think Benin or Burkina Faso, one of them is about it's about 180 British pounds, so over $200 just for the visa. Add the flight on top of that, which is ridiculous, because flights in Africa are insane. However, if I went from Mexico City to Madrid, for example, I could get a really cheap flight to Marrakesh, Casablanca, or Rabat in Morocco. And that could be an awesome next step after Mexico. Other places I wouldn't go to, there really isn't any other places, I don't think. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah, pretty much everywhere else in the world I would go to. Yes, like the Congo, yeah. Ken, you're right. You need to go to Azerbaijan before Armenia, I think. Yeah, I think that is correct. I'm just going to see if this poll actually tells me the results. No, it doesn't. This is great. Well done, YouTube. Ridiculous. Unless it's got it down the bottom somewhere. As you can tell, I'm an expert with YouTube live streams. I'm not. Sorry, someone just asked a question then. Actually, there's lots of questions. Oh my god. Hang on. Laura, where is the poll? A lot of people say they can't find the poll. If you're watching on your TV, it probably wouldn't come up. But I'm pretty sure. I'm on my laptop. I can see it in the top right. Who knows? I might have to do an Instagram poll instead. What country has disappointed you the most, George? Mexico. I'm joking. Probably somewhere in Europe. Somewhere like France. I've been to Nice. I know it's not a lot of France, but it was just a bit blah. Where else? China, in a way. I've only been to Shanghai, but even though I did really like Shanghai, there were some things about it, just the whole getting into them is a complete nightmare. And Thailand is a good one that disappointed me, and it's probably not a unexpected disappointment because Thailand is such a common tourist place, especially for backpackers, and everywhere is just ruined by tourism. So Maya Bay, the place where the beach was filmed, that was it was rubbish. I did a video there like 2.5 years ago. Don't watch it. Videos back then are really bad. Which brings me on to the fact, actually, I'm going to be doing a reacting to old videos video soon for 10,000 subscribers, which is going to be the worst thing I could ever possibly do. Yeah, so probably that. Yeah, Thailand is a big disappointment. I've only been to the south of Thailand 3 times, but I've never been to the north of Thailand. Okay, no one knows how to vote. What's going on? Look, I see it. Look. Let me see if this works. Okay, there. So, 1 second. So look, the little eye in the corner. Click on the eye and the poll comes up. Job done. I'm pretty sure it's the same on a phone. Okay, no one sees a poll. I will. Oh, Laura's found it. Amazing. If Laura can find it, everyone can find it. And Ken. Yes. So that little eye thing. So when I upload a video, if you might notice that in videos I will say that during a video I'll say, I didn't do this as a card, but an example in the chocolate shop one, I said, I was in Mexico City and I went to a chocolate shop. I might link that video up the top to encourage people to watch older videos. See, up there for thinking, down there for walking. I'm going to sort my hair out again. 1 second. Okay, everyone can now see the poll. Brilliant. Okay, beautiful. And I may announce on Instagram later, if people have voted, where I'm going to go in April. Because, yeah, March, whatever, and Acapulco. I might actually book a hotel for Acapulco. Okay. Let me go back to chat. Becca, where have you been in the USA? That is the most amazeballs question ever. So, right. So I'll do it by trips. So the one I mentioned earlier about when I went with the 2 girls, I met them in LA. We went to Vegas, San Diego, Death Valley. That was that trip. Then let me think. Actually, really, there was only 2 trips. When I went storm chasing in 2017, which are the least watched videos on the planet. We started off in Dallas. We went up to Colorado. We went up to Wyoming. Kansas, very briefly. Yeah. But that's it, really. And I've been to JFK Airport twice, but I've never left the airport. That's it in America. I would like to go to places like Montana, Mount St. Helens, because I love volcanoes. North Dakota, South Dakota, things like that. Okay, right. Let me look back at this. Gus, give your likes to David. There are only 16. There's 18 now. That's the thing, right? Whenever I upload a video, you know, I say, oh, like, comment, and everything. The reason for that is because the more interaction a video gets, whether it's a dislike or a like, whatever, the more likely it will recommend videos to other viewers, new people that haven't watched them yet. So whenever I upload a video, hit the like button straight away, even if you hate it. You can put dislike, I don't care. Which apparently YouTube are going to remove, I've heard. Okay. So Martha, have you been to Galapagos Islands? No, I have been to Ecuador. I've been to Quito and Baños and somewhere beginning with T that I can't remember, that was a volcano. That was literally 10 years ago right now. It was, I think it was May. No, it was March 2009 I was in Ecuador. The time I climbed up a volcano without allowing my lungs to adjust and I almost died of a collapsed lung. That was a classic travel story. Derek, have you been to the Philippines? It's on my list. Yes and no. So I did go to the Philippines about 2 years ago. However, it wasn't for a trip because I had bank fraud on my bank card when I was in Vietnam, and I met someone in Thailand who lived in Baguio City up in the north in Philippines, and basically I got my my mother sent my bank card to his address in the Philippines, so I had to go there and collect it. So I was in Baguio for 2 weeks, but I haven't been anywhere else like Cebu and places like that. Palawan. It is on my list because if I look at my top 10 countries of viewers, Philippines has always been like number 10, number 9, along with India. Germany has always been in there. So those countries have always been on my list to go to. It's just getting there again. And so that's one reason I want to go back to Asia, so I'm in a better position to go to countries like that, because India would be ridiculous for subscribers and everything, because YouTube's very popular in India. Similarly with Morocco as well. But yeah, I would love to go to the Philippines because maybe that would be something for the future, like an old school return to Southeast Asia as a backpacker trip. I thought you were meeting up with Erin. Yeah, I haven't got round to that yet because she's doing lots of travel as well. She's going to Japan soon. She's just been to Cancun and Merida. It's just a matter of getting us in the right place at the right time, which is proving to be difficult. I need to message her about it to organise something. Yes, so I would like to do that. A bit of a collab. We can go for tacos in Guanajuato. You should do a video spelling very difficult Spanish words. I could do, but I would have to attempt to say them, which would be a nightmare. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Someone just mentioned about Japan, Andy. I'll come back to that in a second. Becca, no, I've never been to San Francisco. A lot of people ask me that for some reason. I don't know why, but I've never been there. It feels like it's a place that would be too touristy for me, you know, Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and all that. Jaime, have you done Kashmir, Nepal, Sikkim, Bhutan, and no, none of them. Bhutan, I understand you need to pay $250 every day just to be there. So it's currently not on my list. Bhutan, no way. potentially if I do go back to Asia, and this would be more of like a long-term thing, because I would have to spend 6 weeks in India at least. I mean, that's the limit of my visa anyway. Nepal also. The question is I have about India and Nepal is about Wi-Fi, because I would still be teaching English. So that's one thing that I have to consider when I think about where I'm going. So I'm not going to go. I mean, I'm in the desert right now, but the Wi-Fi is okay. But yeah, there's so much of the world to see, but so little time. Someone is sending me a message from the Facebook Foreigners in Mexico City group, which, by the way, I hate. It's the worst Facebook group to join on the planet. I'll come back to that. DJ Mexicution, how's it going, man? You're in Alaska, right? If I remember rightly. When are we going to get another Cooking with David vlog? Oh my god. It's, you know what, those are like, it's like Jekyll and Hyde, those videos. Some people really love them, some people hate them. I had someone have a complete meltdown because I used apparently the salsa I used. Actually, there's two things. The salsa I use, apparently you're meant to use it on something else that isn't a taco. And the other thing was the fact that it was out of a bottle, and apparently I should buy salsa in another format, which I don't know how else you can get it. I've only ever seen it in a bottle. I don't know, but people have complete meltdowns. And I even said in the last video, this is a joke. Cooking with David is a joke. I don't know how to cook. I haven't got a clue. It's for humorous purposes, And the amount of people that said about that I didn't warm the that I warmed the tortillas first. I should have done the chorizo and then warmed it afterwards. It was still warm. And also the melted cheese. So I don't like melted cheese, except in quesadillas. It's just like warm cheese. It's just for me. I prefer cold cheese, with the exception of the Indian food I had in Malaysia. That was beautiful. The cheese naan. So anyway, yeah, I'll stop ranting about Cooking with David now. Go away, Facebook group. Anyway. Yeah, there will be one probably when I get back to Mexico City. And what would you want to see me cook? Let me know in the comments. What is the thing that you would like to see me attempt to do? I might actually find like a recipe this time and try and properly do it, which is probably asking for trouble. I'll probably get death threats for not using the right lime or something. Oh Christ. Okay, Andy. Yeah, so back to Japan. Andy, hello, Melbourne. You're going back to Japan. When? Where are you going? It is absolutely somewhere where I want to go back to. I need to think about a way I can do it that doesn't cost me ridiculous amounts of money. But I don't want to do a workaway like I did. When did I do that? Beginning of last year, because I had free accommodation, so I could afford to be in Japan for 3 months. But without that, if I had to pay for accommodation every night in somewhere like Tokyo, no way. Yeah, so it might, maybe if I'm back in Asia, maybe I could do like a short trip back to Japan. But, spending 5 months there again, it could be insane. No way. George, I'm 20% German. Guten Tag, wie geht's? Germany is a really cool country. Yeah, I do like Germany. And actually, my Spanish is diabolical, but my German is better. Mein Deutsch ist besser als mein Spanish. Spanish in German, not Espanol. Yeah, my German is better than my Spanish. So I would easily be able to survive in Germany. I studied it for 7 years. So surely it'll be fine. And there's so many areas of Germany I would like to go to. And the food, oh my God. The food in Germany is off the scale. Yeah, Leipzig, Dresden, Nuremberg. Laura, if you're still there, has just been to Germany. Awesome. George, there is a British Pueblo Mágico called Real de Monte in the state of Hidalgo. How do you mean British? What is it about it that makes it British? Becca, what is a flautas? People keep saying to me about that. Is it a drink? Like tamarindo and what was the other one? Limon. I don't like them, if that's what you're talking about. I had them a few times. Okay, it's rolled tacos. Oh, of course it is. I know that. I've had them before. What is it? I had them in Mexico City with my previous Airbnb host, the one I'm moving back in with. Yeah, she cooked them. Beautiful. I love them. The two things I don't like. Are you saying that I should cook them? Right, I should. That could be a good idea. Or maybe I could make fresh salsa and flauters. Oh, they're like flutes, aren't they? Like. I'm a bit slow today. It's Sunday. Okay, Carlos, they are rolled up crispy corn tortillas with anything you want in them. That sounds perfect. Basically, I'll just go through the fridge and chuck it wherever I've got in there. Tuna, sweet corn, chorizo, etc. Awesome. Okay, ask for cabuches in Cedral, pickled fruit, I don't like pickled fruit, from a particular cactus plant. Is this the drug thing again? Not particularly tasty, but something unique to experience because you can only get it in that area. Okay. No, I don't like fruit. Yeah, so I was going to say actually, food that I don't like in Mexico. Should I do a video about things I don't like about Mexico? Wouldn't be very long, but there are some things that frustrate me. But food, right? So the thing about tamales, don't like them. And maybe it's just because I've never had good ones. I don't know. And pozole, I had it in Tasco, and I deliberately didn't put it in the video because it was awful. It was everything I hate. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm a bad Mexican. Yeah, just give me tacos. Oh, and lots of chorizo. We're going to stop in 5 minutes, by the way. If anyone is new, by the way, there is a poll in the corner to vote where I should go from April in order of popularity. So there's Sonora, Durango, Baja California, Veracruz, Chiapas. I love saying Veracruz. No, it is not the drug. Okay, Laura, I fell in love with Berlin. So did I. Plus, it was not as not as expensive as other places. Netherlands is crazy expensive. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I love Berlin. It was the best because I was there. What's happening to my accent? I'm going American or something. I was there at just before Christmas. Again, 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So Christmas markets, currywurst, Glühwein at the Weihnachtsmarkt, beautiful, and all the cathedrals, the doms, and the things like that. Französischer Dom and Deutscher Dom, I think, French cathedral and German cathedral. Yeah, I would love to go back to Berlin. That could be on the list. Oh God. So just to clarify, if you are new again, we have talked about doing a road trip down Baja California from Tijuana to La Paz, which I'm beyond excited about doing because that would be one of the best things ever to happen. Thank you, Ken, for recommending. So I could fly to Tijuana and drive from there. That's going to take a long time. And it'll be expensive, possibly. What's the petrol situation like in Mexico now? Was that just in Mexico City? I don't remember. Okay, George, there is a lot of British influence and they have pasties. Oh my God. And there are a lot of British descendants. Oh, okay. British immigrants come and stay in Mexico. They left a lot of buildings and the town looks like a British little town. Oh, okay. Awesome. Cheapest flight from Mexico to Europe seems to be KLM to Amsterdam. Yes, you are correct. If Danielle was here, which she's not, she's the subscriber I met in Guanajuato. We had pulque and got very drunk. She's from Rotterdam, and whenever she comes to Mexico, she flies with KLM from Amsterdam. So it could be a possibility, but it's so close to London. Ugh. Yeah, but yeah, I think, oh God, there's, and again, if you're new, there's other things I've talked about, like where I'm going after Mexico. So Europe, Morocco. I'm thinking it probably will be maybe a trip to Canada. Again, briefly on the way back. Then I could go to Morocco, maybe a bit of Europe, and I would love to go further south into Africa. But that's probably the most likely route, I think. Yeah, I might scrap El Salvador. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, Ken, petrol in Mexico City is fine, but not sure about Baja California. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would probably look at doing it in June. And I would have to speak to my Airbnb host and tell her that I'll be leaving a month early, the place that I'm staying long term. Okay, awesome. And I've also got a list of so Huasteca Potosina, so Tamul waterfall video, Prentice something Dios video, not the cave because I think that it won't work for a video because it'll be dark, and the garden, Edward James Garden. I think they're probably the 3 ones, possibly Rio Verde. A lot of people have told me about that, but I've looked online and it doesn't look particularly interesting. Yeah, June will be scorching hot. That's cool. I'm used to that. It will be like a proper Mexican road trip. I could pick up some drugs and hookers along the way. I won't really. Yeah, awesome. Before I'm going to go in a minute. So if has anyone got any further questions, any tips about Real de Catorce? Is the ghost town within walking distance, or do I need to find another way of getting there? Is it Los Catorce, right? That is the ghost town. That will be happening on Tuesday. So tomorrow I have 10 English lessons. Tuesday will be Real de Catorce. Wednesday, more English lessons. Thursday, back to San Luis Potosi until Saturday. And Saturday, I will be going to Ciudad Valles. That is this week. I'm looking forward to going back to San Luis Potosi. I love that place. I'm going to go to the chocolate shop again and have enchiladas potosina. Ah, Paulina, you're in Matahuala. You're just down the road. Hi, Paulina. Can you see me? Awesome. Matahuala will always be the place where my bag broke. I was walking from Centro bus terminal, which, by the way, that's one thing that annoys me about Mexico. Centro bus terminals are never Centro. They're miles away. So I walked from there to the little minibus place to Cedral. That's when my strap on my bag broke. Matahuala. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to put on Instagram what the results of the poll are. If you haven't followed me on Instagram already, please do. Cactus tacos. What is this about eating cactuses? Cacti. Okay, thanks, Jaime. That is the best information I've had all day. Walking distance, but very high altitude. Yeah, that's cool. I better not smoke. You can hire a horse if the price is right. Yeah, me and horses don't mix well. I had to slaughter horses in South Africa to feed to cheetahs 4 years ago. True story. Okay, how long does the walking take? Someone told me it was 3 hours. Is that 3 hours both ways or just one way? Yeah. Thanks, Amarra, and I look forward to coming to Coyoacán to make mole poblano. That's going to be the best. I'm going to have to think about how to set up the camera. Oh, okay, so 1.5 hours one way and 1.5 hours back, yeah? I can do that. I'm going to be there all day. I understand there's lots of like old mines as well on the walk up. If you don't hear from me, I died. Okay. October, you can go to Real de Catorce walking all night. Oh my God. It's a tradition from Matahuala. Jesus. I'll probably be in Morocco or somewhere in in October. Who knows? Awesome. Yes, thank you for joining, everyone. I'm going to probably have some tacos now. Not cooking with David. We are going to cook the best mole you ever have, and it will be all over YouTube for everyone to see. I can't wait. So I was saying I would have to think about how to set up my camera, and because I don't have a tripod or anything. My phone now is on top of one of these with a tripod. So yeah, I'm sure we can figure it out. But I will email you. Awesome. Okay. Thanks for your contributing with the poll. I will put on Instagram what the results are. I'll catch you later, everyone. Bye. Bye, Paulina. Bye, Becca. Bye.